And hello again, everybody. I'm Gene Valicenti. This is your daily debrief on the court action in the Karen Reed retrial. NBC 10's Katie Benoit joins me. She's been at the court every day and will continue until we get a verdict in the retrial. Katie, stand by because we have some video of Karen Reed leaving court. She was asked about the continuing testimony of Jennifer McCabe, who was the woman who was out partying in the bar with them, later went back to the party, the house, continued the party, and then was one of the people who found the body in the snow. Karen Reed, unimpressed with that testimony, said another instance of maybe that witness perjuring herself. Let's listen.
Karen, how did Jim McCabe
Another
do?
witness, another instance of perjury, or instances, I'd say.
How do you feel about her changing demeanor?
Changing demeanor? I didn't
From
notice.
the last trial.
I did not notice.
How did you feel about
Karen,
the cross?
did you tell Jen to make that Google search that morning?
I did not. I did not tell Jen to make a Google search. I certainly didn't tell her to make the one at 227 either.
What stood out to you most today?
We know all the details. We know all the changes in statements. It's just what will her reaction be, and just more of the same inconsistencies. Every statement's different. Under oath, not under oath. The cops are all wrong. This is very similar to what we saw here.
Do you think that she colluded?
Okay. With a pack of reporters and microphones, that's the best we're going to get on that. NBC 10's Katie Benoit, what did you make of what she had to say? There are more instances of Jennifer McCabe perjuring herself.
So a couple of times today during cross-examination, Alan Jackson brought up Jennifer McCabe's grand jury testimony and was pointing out some differences between what she said and those and that testimony compared to right now. The I hit him statements seem to be a little bit different. Of course, that grand jury transcript is hundreds of pages long, so it's hard to look through, but he was having Jennifer McCabe read through some of that on the stand today.
Right.
And the I hit him was kind of more, could I have hit him? Did I hit him? And we've heard multiple people testify that Reed said that at the scene that morning when John O'Keefe's body was found.
Yeah, they're trying to chisel away at what she said in grand jury testimony, what she said during trial one, and what you're saying now is why is it different? I was watching a little bit of a live. A lot of it gets in the weeds, and I'm wondering, is the jury tuned in for a lot of this, or are they starting to get that fatigue that comes with these kinds of tedious cases?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was not in the courtroom this week. Last week I was, but there were some jurors taking notes last week. Some were paying attention. A couple kind of looked like they were not paying attention as much as others, but they were taking notes last week. But it really does get into the weeds here. So it's definitely something you have to pay attention to because there's a lot of people in this case, which actually Alan Jackson today went through that family tree of the Albert family, the McCabes, how they're all related. And that can be a lot for a jury. So he really went through that when he cross-examined Jennifer McCabe today and said he really wanted to make sure everyone knew who's who in this case because it's a lot to follow.
All right, Jennifer McCabe was at the bar, out partying with them and the rest of the group. Let's listen to what she has to say about seeing John and Karen at the bar.
The waterfall, John O'Keefe and Miss Reed showed up as well.
Yes.
You didn't see any tension at all between John O'Keefe and Karen that night, did you?
No, I didn't.
They appeared to be getting along.
Yeah. Yes.
Sort of a normal couple having a nice evening out together.
Yes.
Okay. Later, the testimony about what Karen Reed allegedly said at the scene when the body was found. Hysterically, did I kill him? Did I hit him? Today is it, I hit him. Let's listen to what she says about that.
You wanted to find out if she had talked to these particular law enforcement officers and what she had told them so that your story could somehow align or it could inform how you responded to questions that they asked you. Isn't that true?
That's not true. We both know what happened. We don't have to have a story. There is no story. There's what happened, and that's it.
So if that's true, Ms. McCabe, you'd have no reason to call Carrie and ask her if she had been contacted by these law enforcement agents because it's just the truth, correct?
We're going through this whole experience together. We call each other about everything. That's nothing more than that.
So
I'm sorry.
Let her finish her answer. Go ahead, Ms. McCabe, you can finish that.
There's nothing more than me calling and saying, hey, did they come to your house? That's what we did when the media showed up, when Miss Reed's private investigator showed up. We just give each other the heads up, hey, somebody's coming, because we're just like normal moms. We're not used to this.
And that's helpful in making sure that the stories she tells are consistent with the stories you tell to different law enforcement agencies, correct?
No, we are not telling stories.
So let her finish. You said no what?
I said, no, we're not telling stories. We don't have to compare.
Okay. All right. You know what? That was actually the clip of Jennifer McCabe being cross-examined on her conversations with another woman who was there that night, Karen. Go ahead and just to amplify on that, Katie.
So Carrie Roberts was also a witness in this case. She went with Jennifer McCabe and Karen Reed to a search for John O'Keefe. And McCabe and Roberts didn't really know each other before this, but they become friends since going through this ordeal together. And
Right.
they talk quite often, which McCabe has testified about. But, you know, the defense is alleging they're close. They keep talking. Has this changed your testimony? Are your stories aligning with
Yeah.
each other because you talk so much about this case because you're friends?
Okay, now let's get to the quote, or at least this Jennifer McCabe recalling Karen Reed saying, "Did I hit him? I hit him." This refers back to grand jury testimony. She said it then. She said it trial 1, and she said it trial 3. Go ahead and play that for us.
Do you remember ever saying to those grand jurors, she said, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him," in front of a female EMT?
I've spoken to in a few grand juries. What I said specifically at different ones, I don't recall at this moment, but I do know that morning your client said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him 3 times, and there was a female EMT there.
Well, that's pretty clear. Your client said, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him," not "did I hit him." So that's a statement versus a question. All right, you wrap it up for us, Katie Benoit, then we'll let you get to work for the 6:00 news. And court, there's no court tomorrow, is that right?
No court tomorrow. It's law day in Massachusetts. So actually, I think there's going to be an event here at the courthouse in Dedham. So there'll be no testimony. But Jennifer McCabe is expected back on the stand on Friday. And she could be on the stand for 2.5 hours at least. So we could see a lot more testimony from her coming on Friday.
All right, so just to recap, McCabe, again, the principal witness today. Karen Reed thinks McCabe perjured herself again. She said, your client said, "I hit him, I hit him." That's different from "did I hit him?" And she also testified that things seemed normal between John and Karen at the bar. All right, that's the very latest. That wraps up our daily debrief. We'll let Katie get to work. You join us daily on this. When court is in session, we'll be here at 5 o'clock. You can also tune into the same YouTube channel if you want to watch our gavel to gavel coverage. And we invite you to share your chats and thoughts because we'll look at this throughout the night. In the meantime, I'm Gene Valicenti. See you on the news.